Caddis Maximus here. This is just a quick review of this Harbor Freight 30-pound capacity handle magnet. I thought it was neat. They're only $2.50 on the shelf. And it's kind of hard to find magnets that are securely attached to some kind of loop or handle, so you can use them for what they advertise, such as retrieving things that may have fallen in the water or coolant tanks at manufacturing, general item retrieval just because it's a bit higher strength, and even carrying some things around when they're maybe really greasy or dirty, of course, when they're made out of steel. It is fairly strong. Construction is, it's a cheap magnet, so it's not made perfectly, but it has like the steel body, which is spot welded, so that's actually pretty secure, and then it has a magnet that's glued in, and it's all painted. I believe it's a samarium cobalt, if I'm saying that right, but one of these kind of grayish metallic magnets right here. And these magnets really aren't super strong by themselves, but when you put them between plates of steel, the plates of steel themselves kind of concentrate the magnetism right onto these surfaces, and it actually does enhance their effect. This may not be a samarium cobalt. You have no idea what type of magnet it is, but I can say that as far as lifting 30 pounds, it would meet its advertised lifting capacity, and it's pretty handy. People like to do magnet fishing, where they actually just hunt around in popular waterways trying to see what they can't pick up. Maybe you lost some keys swimming. This would actually be a good option for that. And for $2.50, it's hard to beat. I'm going to move this out of frame so I can get this. These magnets, this is a 1 cubic inch N50 neodymium rare earth magnet, and these used to be like $5 on Amazon. I looked now and they're around $15, so the prices have gone way up. I'm not exactly sure why. And this would be like your next option, but the problem with these is they have so much magnetism in such a small area that they are downright dangerous. This could easily pinch you. This little magnet can lift 100 pounds, and they do sell really strong ones like this that have been designed to have hooks and do have hooks and loops on them, and some of them will lift 500 pounds plus. So that would be like the next upgrade, is getting one of these 1 cubic inch ones or getting one that has a hook on it, but I have to keep this well away. We have a little bit of chain here, and even this magnet just starts getting real serious just on the edge of that link like that. I mean, you can see how my hands are stressing. Let me get that totally away so I don't snap anything. The Harbor Freight magnet is nowhere near that strong. We can put a bunch of chain on here and I can just pop it right off, just to give you an idea of what a 1 cubic inch rare earth magnet is compared to this. It will hold on to just a corner of a link with twice the strength of this. The other thing to really remember about magnets is cross-sectional area. Something like this chain here, it will lift up pretty well, but this magnet won't lift up 30 pounds of chain because it can't. It's kind of like electrical conductivity. You really need a wide surface area. If you somehow got one link like that and another link really wide, I mean the whole surface area, then you might lift a little bit more chain. But the other issue is magnetism actually is passing through the metal, and you need what's known as cross-sectional area to meet any advertised magnet specification. And what I usually go by is the thickness or height of the magnet. So this magnet's about 1 inch tall. I would say it would lift 30 pounds if it was a 1 inch thick piece of steel. And we can prove that it really does lift 30 pounds or so. This is about maybe 18 pounds, I think that's what, maybe it's 15 pounds. This is a 4.5 inch by 2.5 inch tall piece of nodular cast iron. Cast iron is very magnetic, and it's way heavier than this chain, but we can easily put this magnet on top. You can hear how solid that is, and it has no problem lifting this up. It's actually quite secure. You could lift up this piece of steel right here and carry it around the shop. If it was really greasy or dirty, this would work perfectly. But that's the thing to note. The magnet's able to get a full contact over the surface area of these plates, as well as the piece of metal it's grabbing having a very thick cross-section, so you're getting maximum pull. And so that's the one thing I did want to point out. Some people may be disappointed with the performance of the magnet, but I think it does meet its specification. You just have to keep in mind that if you're picking up things where it can't really get a lot of magnetism around the metal, and I know I'm saying that incorrectly, but you get the point, it's not going to be able to lift as much capacity as if you have a big old solid piece of thick solid piece of steel. Then it's going to work real well. And yes, nothing prevents you from taking another magnet and putting it on the side to enhance its performance. And that's one thing that is pretty neat. Whoop, here we go. I actually found another one. So we put 2 on each side. And so now this magnet's actually like a 40-pound magnet. You'll just have to remember that when you pull off the magnet, any that you just stick to the sides will still remain stuck to whatever you're lifting, unless you glue them and do some way of attaching it. But now, actually, that's something I wasn't expecting. I don't think I've actually ever tried this procedure, so allow me to correct myself live because I don't want to re-record the video, and it's a little better just to correct yourself right in the middle. Somehow, putting those magnets, even though they're lined properly, actually interferes with the field, and it just pulls right up. But if I don't have magnets on the side, and I put it down, it's back to its full power. So I don't understand that, but at least it was a neat little discovery for me. Anyway, I just wanted to do a quick review of this little Harbor Freight magnet and show that it's for $2.50. It's hard to find a magnet that's has any real strength at all, and this one's not bad. And being inside a big steel case, it's actually pretty heavy duty. I'm sure if you dropped it a few times, it would break apart the magnet inside. But otherwise, where else are you going to go and find something like this for that price range? Anyway, I just want to put in my 2 cents on these Harbor Freight 30-pound loop or hook magnets, and maybe help clear up some confusion. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody watching and subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to the Catus Maximus channel. Until next time, Catus Maximus out.